It appears that Las Vegas running back Josh Jacobs decided to end the holdout. He had missed all training camp because he wanted a new deal that did not happen to him in the off season before training camp begun. But before I get right to this video, please comment, like, share, subscribe as always. Hit the notification bell on top. Give me the thumbs up and comment when the video is complete. And don't forget to hit the notification bell. And please do not forget to hit the thumbs up, the thumbs up or smash the likes. Call that, let me know my content that you enjoy, you like, and you want to see more. So then go ahead and get right into it. Okay. Check out the reading an article on ESPN, and ESPN decided to pay, well, not ESPN, but the Raiders, the Las Vegas Raiders, and Josh Jacobs had agreed to a new one-year contract, and it's up to $12 million, which is right on the sideline of Saquon Barkley. Then you got to look at it this way: Josh Jacobs has not been injured in the 4 years that he's been in the league. His first year, he rushed for 1,000 yards. The second year was a down year for him. And last year was another 1,000 yard season. So he had about 2.5, maybe 3,000 yards in 3 years he's been in the league. And I said, this is his 4th year. And he was a first round pick. Gives me on that. He was a first round pick. But the Raiders did not give him the 50-year option. See, Saquon Barkley was the only one who had 50-year option. But he came back and did real well in the first year. You know what? Come think about it. I don't think Saquon. You know what? No, Saquon. He didn't have 50 years. He did not. The Eagles, the New York Giants didn't give him a 50-year option. So he had to play out the final 4 years of his contract. And when he came back in the 4th year and bounced back, you know what I'm saying? then he wanted a new deal because I think he went for like 1,300 yards last season. And like I said, he got hurt in his 2nd year, and in the 3rd year he bounced back. In the 4th year, which was last season, he had 1,000 yards rushing, and over 300 or 400 yards receiving. Somewhere longer been there. But yeah, I think about that for a minute. Josh Jacobs didn't have a 50-year option because of the Red Council Hills, and Saquon didn't have a 50-year option because Giant Council Hills. So you had 2 running backs who had to work their asses off to get these 1-year deals. But the situation with that, though, the market for running backs has dropped low in recent years because running backs have been injured prone. You can go back and name all the running backs that have been injured, and some have had bounce back seasons and have been injured no more since then. Saquon Barkley had that hurt year in his 2nd year and came back halfway strong in his 3rd year, and then 40 years passed, he had 1,300 yards rushing. You know what I'm saying? Josh Jacobs had a down year in his 2nd year, but the last 2 years he put up the last 3 or 4 years he put up 1,000 yard seasons. The guy had about 3.5 thousand yard games in his career. We see the games in the years in his career. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta look at Josh Jacobs' situation as far as him getting this new deal. So Raiders probably thought the same thing about him for Saquon's sake. You got 2 running backs who deserve the money that they're asking for, but can't get it because running backs market has dropped extremely low. And I remember stating back here a while back in a video, I said, once it's probably known if the NFL teams go back to fullbacks, which I still stand firm on that. I believe fullbacks gonna make a return at some point in the NFL. If you guys think about it, ain't no fullbacks in the league. Maybe 1 or 2. I know Kansas City Chiefs got 1 fullback. They got 1. And I think another team I can't think of, they got fullback. I think it's about 2, maybe 3 fullbacks in the league. Maybe. I'm not exactly sure. Don't quote me on that. But I do know the Chiefs got a fullback that they signed from Green Bay a couple years ago. So you got to look at that. So fullbacks could make a return. You never know. But like I said, I'm standing firm by that. I really am. I'm not gonna change my quote. I'm standing by that. But man, the endurance these running backs had to go through to get these 1 year small, $12 million contracts, and then you gotta look at then you gotta look at Miles Sanders, who got a 4 year contract, a 4 year, $15 or $20 million contract, somewhere longer been there, and his signing bonus is somewhere like between 10, 12 million signing bonus. It's somewhere longer been there. So Miles Sanders down year was his 2nd year. See, Miles Sanders paid his entire 4-year contract out. It's just that last year he had 1,000 yards. His first 1,000-yard campaign, 2021, which was the year before, he had close to 1,000 yards. He had like 700 yards in that year. And then the year after that, the year before that, he had like 600 yards, I believe, or 500. And in the rookie year, he had like 800 yards. He never broke a 1,000 yard season until last season, and Nick started on his new run scheme offense. So Miles Sanders had been hurt in his 2nd year. Like I said, he roughly like 300 or 400, maybe 500 yards rushing the 2nd year, but he got hurt, and that ended his season. So it took Miles Sanders like 2.5 years to bounce back for the 1,000-yard campaign that he got last year. So running backs have had it tough in the last few years, and now you got the new crop of running backs that's entering the NFL, like Bijan Robinson. The only thing I can say for Bijan Robinson that he got to stay healthy 3 years of that 4-year deal he signed. He got to be healthy. He got to. You know what I'm saying? And they can't wear him down because even though he's a big generation talent running back, even though he's that big in size, the Washington Redskins, the Falcons, gotta be very careful in using that guy, because if he get hit a few times, remember now this is a 17-game season. You'd be 16 games. This is a 17-game season. So players get hit and dinked all the time. You have to think about it, because they come at full speed. Linebackers, safeties, corners, and defensive ends and tackles. Tackles and defensive ends can only hit you in the backfield. But when you got linebackers and safeties and cornerbacks, he hit you on the outside. When them guys running full speed and they going for your legs, so they gonna knock you off your feet on the ground. So you're taking pounding many ways. You can get tackled with the pound, and when you get tackled, you're hitting that ground. The ground, that turf is hard, not a soft turf. It's a hard turf. So all that pays to injuries down the line. So that's one of the reasons why the Falcons gotta be very careful how they use Bijan, because they don't. He gonna have an injury-riddled season. He might not even get seven or 800 yards rushing in rookie year. Now he can get 1,000 yards next season. He could, but it depends on how they use him down there. That's what it's gonna depend on. And then when the time up for his contract, which is gonna be the 3rd year, because most teams do 50-year options during the 3rd year, and that goes back to all the first round picks. The ones who not in that 3rd year can get the 50-year option. But in Bijan's case, he's a rookie, so he got 2 more years to go before they even go down for him. But he gotta stay injured free. If he wants the big money when the time comes, he got to stay injured free. That's gonna be hard during a 17-game brick and mortars of the NFL. All the heat and extreme temperatures from heat to cold, all that pays brick and mortars to your body. It can make your body feel like it's stiff as a board. So he got to stay injured. He got to stay injured free. He got to. if you want the big money. Because I know he don't pay attention to all these veteran running backs who get these small time contracts. I know he haven't paid attention to that. I know it. I know he has. And then you got other running backs who are in their second or third year. They got some concern to be worried about. Because running backs are getting released every year, and they're getting replaced by rookie running backs from the NFL or via trade or via from somewhere else. So all that pays detrimental to all these running backs in the NFL currently, rookies or rookie free agents or veteran running backs. You know what I'm saying? Look at the money they've been giving out. $12 million for Josh Jacobs, and I think got 12.5 or $13 million for Saquon Barkley, and then you got Miles Sanders who got between 10 and to 12 million himself. I think Saquon's the highest paid on a 1-year deal between him and Josh Jacobs. So that goes without saying. The running backs can get injured prone. 17-game Rick and Morty season. Extreme temperatures. You're getting hit below the waist. Teams are going. The players are tackling your feet. They're tackling your legs. I mean, you're getting hit. You get hit from the waist down, and you're very seldom getting hit from the shoulder, from the torso up. You know how to get hit up there because running backs can lay blows. And you got to look at Ezekiel Elliott. This is a guy who's been in the league 6 years now. And his first and second year, he's one of the most explosive running backs in the NFL. He started fading off after the third year where he couldn't take many hits. And so your body take hits. That's another thing too. When you deliver blows, that pays damage to your body because your body can't take hits like that no more. So Ezekiel Elliott is nothing more than a outside runner now. If he take hits going over the middle, he is not gonna survive. He's not gonna survive a long season because his body can no longer take hits. A lot of running backs in the NFL have went through that. Then you gotta look at what's the boy named CJ? What's his name? The tight end running back who rushed for 2,000 yards, and then he came back and tore up his ACL. He wasn't the same after that. I think they call him AJ or CJ2K, someone long ago. I can't think of the running back name, but y'all guys know who I'm talking about. Tennessee Titan running back who's a first round pick. He came before Derrick Henry. Matter of fact, he may have played 1 year when Derrick Henry came to the league. That's what I want to say. I can't think of that boy. Is it Johnson? Some Johnson. I think his last name is Johnson, I think. But they call him 2K or someone long up in there. He had that 2,000-yard season. Matter of fact, come to think about it, I think he was the last running back to rush for 2,000 yards. See, to me, I always have said, when a running back rushes for 2,000 yards in the season, it does damage to him the next following year. Johnson from the Titans was the last running back to rush for 2,000 yards. He's the last one. Before him was Adrian Peterson. See, think about it. Adrian Peterson rushed for 2,000 yards with the Minnesota Vikings. The next following year, he had an injured season. The following year, went out for tore ACL after the year. When he came back, he bounced back. He bounced back strong. Like I said, nothing happened to him. And the last 3 years he spent with the Vikings, he was released. So Adrian Peterson was a generation talent running back when he was at the University of Oklahoma. And then Johnson boy came from let me see what college he played for. Texas, either Texas or it might have been an ACC school. I'm not exactly sure. I mean, you can go back. You can go back to the early 2000s and try to name all the running backs that were drafted in the first round. Not many had 2,000 yards. See, like I said, Calvin Johnson. Like I said, that boy Johnson from Tennessee was the last running back to run for 2,000 yards. He was the last one. And so all these running backs now that's in this league, they got a lot to wonder about. Will they get what they call it lowballed in the NFL when the time comes for them to get new deals? It remains to be signed. It remains to be seen. But I know Bijan Robinson paying attention. I know this Elkio boy from the Chargers is paying attention. A lot of these running backs that's in the league now, that's been going on their third year in this league now, I know they're paying attention to the last 3 running backs that got lowballed on these 1-year contracts, got franchise tags, got 1-year deals. I know they paying attention to Miles Sanders' contract. They paying attention to Josh Jacobs' contract, and they pay attention to Saquon Barkley contract. Those are 3 contracts, 3 running backs who got new deals this offseason because 2 got franchise tags and 1 was released by the Eagles to go to play for the Panthers. So that's what I want to say. I didn't want to spend. I really didn't want to spend more time on the video, but I just want to talk about running backs in general. Cause I know what I just stated is the truth as far as running backs that are not in this league and the ones that are out of the league. So, and again, I don't know why I keep saying it, but I'm going to keep saying it until it comes to an end. You guys enjoy your Saturday. Thank you for subscribing to my channel, and I am out of here.